Oh, hey. Okay, okay, so I am streaming. Okay. That was fucking annoying. So I just found this cool dude who redid the textures of this entire game in HD. It's one of the best games ever made. And I don't think it's finished yet, but I think it's mostly done. And so I'm gonna play through this fucking game because it's fantastic. And it's gonna look good. Okay, let me fix that. Don't worry about how trippy this looks. Don't think about it. I don't know how to use streams. This took me like an hour to figure out. Like it's not even perfect. Let's see. I think it's audio output capture. I think it's audio output capture, I think. Turn this all the way up. Oh wait, too loud. Yeah, that's the opposite. That's the opposite of what we want. Turn it down like here-ish. I did. The new Slap City character seems underwhelming because she can't clutch anything. Or he, or whatever it is. Like, I really feel like you should be able to clutch their strong air. I don't understand why you can't. Tell me how this sounds. We'll leave it like this for a second. She's really fun though. Like, I don't know why she can't clutch any of her moves. Other than that, like, her back air is fantastic and really fun. The whole blink mechanic is cool. I kind of saw it coming. It was like all anyone was asking for. Although I still haven't played the game. Look at those trees, by the way. Look at those HD fucking trees in the background of my N64 game. Damn. Clutch is a mechanic that's unique to Slap City. It's like the heart of the whole game, in my opinion. You hold it down and it reverses the momentum of your character when you're using certain moves. By the way, how's the game audio versus my voice? Still a bit loud? Okay. Let us turn this down then. To like this. Let me know how that is. I want it to be perfect. I'm leaving it not full screen until we get the sound figured out. I'm not sure if I'm gonna play through this entire game on stream. Yeah, you haven't heard me talking yet. Oh, okay, now we can tell, because there's music. I've watched this cutscene, like, at least 3 times while trying to get this game configured properly. And I'm still not even sure it's finished. Like, I'm not sure about this controller. I just got an N64 controller that you plug in your computer. It's about equal. I'd like it a little bit lower. Just a tiny bit lower. Like, maybe like down here. Alright, we'll leave it at that forever. Yeah, so you can see that the trees are looking totally different right now. I'm testing out the controls right now. Yeah, I might have to change the controls real fast. Yeah, this is kind of not good. I bought this thing for like 20 bucks at some store in New York, and it's not working out for me. So I'm gonna do one last thing. Plug in. You know what I'm gonna try to do? Because I like wasting all of y'all's time, like, as much as possible. Wait, am I gonna do this? No, I'm not gonna do this. I'm just gonna plug in my Xbox One controller and use that. But now you have to watch me configure the controls. So, whatever. We'll do it live. Also, I've been thinking about it, and I think that just having it equal with my voice, I definitely want it a little lower than that even. Although I know this is exponential as well. So if at some point, wait, no, I'm turning the game down. At some point, if you can't hear the game because it is changing exponentially, tell me. So let's see, controller 1. Oh shit! Do I have to restart the whole thing? I think I do. Shit. Let's see. Well, we'll see. We'll see. No, yep, not detecting it. Oh shit. Can I redetect new controllers? Is there a button for that? Or do I have to just restart? Oh no! Yeah, I think I have to start over. Damn it. Alright. Save state. Fuck off. Okay, so, what was I saying? I think the HD texture patch has to be loaded into memory now. Yeah, that's what's happening right now. This is going to be a couple of minutes. No, never mind. I guess it's quicker the second time. Alright, let's preview this plugin. Yeah, okay. Up, left, right, down. Start. Okay, this is when it gets complicated. I'm going to make A the A button. And I'm going to make X the B button. I'm going to make the left analog trigger, the L trigger. Make the right analog trigger. That one. No, wait. I want this. I want the left. I want that to be this, because I'm never gonna fucking use it. This is gonna be that. Okay. The C buttons are always weird on here. Let's see. Get it? Let's see. Huh? right, guys. I can at least make that up. Okay, you know what I'm gonna do? This is gonna be weird and I might change my mind. But I'm gonna make, like... I'm gonna make right... Wait. I'm gonna make left the Y button. I'm gonna make right the B button. And I'm gonna make down the down on the stick. That's probably gonna fuck me up and I'm probably gonna have to change that later. I can never remember how I set this up. I always get it by like the third dungeon. I've played this game on emulator a lot of times. Okay, save that. Okay, yeah, this is fine. Alright, we're actually playing Majora's Mask now. Yeah, you know, playing this game on an N64 controller... Let's not do that. Oh shit, I know what's going on. I'm gonna have to do something real fast. While this is playing, I guess. Fuck. Whatever. I guess we'll do this live too. There's no reason to. Should be right. Damn it, I know it's somewhere obvious, that's why I can't stop looking for it. Oh well. No, that's not gonna work. Oh my goodness gracious. So the issue that we're having right now is that you're hearing the game audio through my speakers because I couldn't get OBS to detect the game audio coming through my mic. So I was going to do this as band-aid basically over the problem, but that was really foolish of me because I cannot, now we have the game audio coming through my speakers, and now it's hard to hear me over the sound. And so what I was going to do is I was going to plug my microphone into my, this is so confusing. I was going to plug my microphone into the receiver that goes to my speakers because the speakers are optical. If I plug the headphones into my computer, it'll sap the sound into my headphones, but then you won't hear the game audio anymore. Ugh. So I need to find this stupid converter jack that will allow me to plug my headphones into my shitty piece of garbage receiver that I found. I don't even know where I got this thing, to be honest. It's definitely almost broken. I'm out of this. The thing is, I know I just had this thing. It's it should be right around here. The only thing that could have happened to it is that it rolled off. Oh, that was, I don't even know what that was. I think, I mean, it was when I was troubleshooting. I think I accidentally, streamed for, 5 seconds or something. Basically, I'm having massive problems with OBS, and I also hate using XSplit, and I just don't have the patience to try to set up OBS. Or I mean, I don't have the patience, but I'm doing it anyway. And it's still not working. I think I've pinned it down that the issue is that OBS does not know how to communicate with these Logitech wireless USB mics. And there's probably a workaround. But I didn't know that was the problem until now. Damn it. Where is this thing? I found it. Okay, cool. Alright. Now I can actually play. Finally. What a fucking drill. Okay. Nintendo made this, guys. If there's one thing that's not good about this game, it's Tattle. So this is the main thing that Deku Link can do. You have these flowers. He can also skate, and he also basically has the hover boots, at least in a limited capacity. That's the thing about the mask, is the masks basically add like 1 or 2 new things to your your abilities, but then they also basically consolidate a lot of tools at once. I'll also get like what basically equates to the boomerang in this game, which is an ability as Deku Link. Hello, Technique. This is Tattle. Basically, Tattle is what you get if you take Navi and make an alarm clock out of Navi, and then let Navi gradually go insane, like being stuck in the clock for like years without any kind of interaction with the outside world. Then you get Tattle. Tattle is the alarm clock. No soul, insane, and is just basically an alarm clock. The thing about Tattle, though, is that Tattle is more of a character. I'll give her that than Navi. Navi doesn't really have much of a point in the story. But you see, that noise. Nintendo, what were you thinking with that noise? So the only bad part of this game is that there's a bell ringing in your ear every now and then. Also, Tattle is non-stop insulting you. The whole game, Tattle kind of fucking hates you until the very end. So, whenever you, like, you know, stop to listen to Tattle, because Tattle seemed to have something to say, Tattle insults you for needing her help. It's really weird. This whole game just makes no sense from, like, a Nintendo made this standpoint. Which is why the remake sucked, because they didn't understand they didn't understand, it seemed like, what made this game good. I think the creator, who I don't remember the name of, was kind of, like, depressed, or he was definitely in a weird mental state when he made this game, and I don't think he remembers kind of, like, what he was thinking when he made this, or at least doesn't want to. Maybe this is, like, a rough time in his life that he doesn't want to think back about. But this game is about death. Like that's basically all there is to it. I mean, it's not all there is to it, but that the last thing it said? I think this has some significance if you stop to think about it later in the game. What's cool about this game, though, is it'll never admit that it's about death. It makes you think about death without even being about death. And the finality and the urgency of our own existence. It does that with the music. I actually booted up Ocarina of Time Master Quest before I started this, and honestly, like, I couldn't even. I controlled that game for like a second, and then I was like, nah, this ain't happening. Majora's Mask is such a gigantic technical improvement over Ocarina of Time, even though they use the same assets. I'm just gonna come out and say it, like, Ocarina of Time is not that great of a Zelda game. Like, it was revolutionary and it was important that it got made, but like, this is the real N64 Zelda game, right here. God, yeah, this guy's such a creep, the way he moves around and stuff. So this is clever of them. To give you a sense of urgency, and then... So this guy tells you have 3 days, right? And you know you have a time limit, and he gives you the time limit, but like... I guess it's kind of ruined by the fact that there's box art of the moon, but like... Just pretend that you picked this game up and you hadn't seen the box art and you hadn't seen the moon. The game has told you that you have 3 days, and it's going to let that player who has never seen this moon just gradually get closer and closer and realize that there was a lot more to those 3 days than the game made it seem. It's just, I don't know. It's something that's kind of ruined by knowing anything about the game going in, but it's a nice touch that it's in the game anyway. Like, I'll show you what I mean. And I guess Tattle's not that bad, I don't know. Oh shit, yeah, this dog hates me because I'm Deku Link. I don't think he can follow me up here. Yeah, this looks great. And there's Kafu, I think that's his name. Yeah, God, this game looks good. I'm gonna stop to talk to people. That guy's hinting that we should look at the sky. Where is it? There it is. We're gonna be abusing save states in the emulated version of this game. So I'm not really gonna interact with those owl statues very much. And here he is, Tingle's first appearance in a Nintendo game. Also, the game, by forcing you to be Deku Link for these first 3 days, the game has already done an amazing job making the player feel uncomfortable, even if they're already familiar with a Zelda game. It's a really, really smart thing to do, as far as what they were going for. When I first played this game as a kid, I found this intro segment of the game so stressful that I put the game down and didn't pick it up again until I was in college, but... How there's alts of the other Ocarina of Time characters? I don't know what you're talking about. I don't really care about the Zelda lore, by the way. I don't think there is any. I mean, I think there's, like, themes and archetypes, and I think that it's pretty clear that Ganon is the same Ganon across every game. But, like, past that, I don't really think about it too hard. Although, if you're looking for deep lore in a Nintendo franchise, you need look no further than the Kirby games. The Kirby games have the deepest lore. Termina is Termina. Termina is the end. Termina is purgatory. Termina is where you is called what it is, not because it's any kind of special place in the Zelda universe, but because of this game. What Termina really is it's the 5 stages of grief. And I don't subscribe to the whole Link is dead theory necessarily, but I do think that it's undeniable that the 5 major areas model the 5 stages of grief. I actually had this idea for the Kirby lore. I have my own explanation of Kirby lore that uses special and general relativity pretty heavily. I think Kirby might well be like deeply connected to the search for quantum gravity. And I think I'm gonna do like a fake ironic lecture of it in complete seriousness, like in one of the lecture halls of my school, have someone film me and then post the lecture to YouTube. It's gonna completely expose all Kirby lore, tie everything together, explain everything at once. It's gonna be the most memey shit I've ever put on my YouTube channel. It's gonna be hilarious. I'm gonna explain special relativity so that I can like give a garbage Kirby lore like theory. Wait. Oh wait, I remember what. Yeah, I have to go to the observatory. Wait, what did you say again? And I know I started this game and got like spent forever getting it all set up tonight, but I think I might wait to stream this until tomorrow night. I don't know. We'll see. I think maybe the issue is that I just like know everything. I can go on autopilot through the beginning of this game. But I also feel kind of rushed because I can't slow down time and I don't have my Ocarina, and you do have to start all over if you run out of time. Right, secret code. Have you seen the Kirby lore prepare to hide videos? Yeah, dude. Although I mean, there's another dude that does Kirby lore videos named, what is he named? I can't remember. But he's good too. I mean, he's a little more of like a huge nerd than the other guy, but, I mean, it's Kirby fucking lore, what do you want? pop that balloon and don't mess with Jim. Oh yeah, I need to be able to pop the balloon. Okay, so how do I learn how to pop the balloon? Okay, maybe I don't remember how to do this as well as I thought I did. I think I need to save the fairy, but I think the... Oh, the fairy's at the laundromat! The fairy's at the laundromat. I remember now. What's his name? Yeah. That's exactly what it is. Oh yeah, this poor sap. So yeah. So we'll just do this for mystery's sake right here. I'm gonna go ahead and ring the spell. Oh, it's that kid from earlier. I think if I try to approach him... Yeah, he'll come out. You need to be able to, you need the mask that makes you invisible, I think, to get in there. And the mask that makes you invisible is really depressing. This kid just stays here for 3 days straight trying to get this balloon if you don't pop it for him. He doesn't eat, he doesn't sleep. Absolute monster. I think that kid is Ganon. There's my Kirby cannon. Indeed he is, Steel Viper. This is the only ability in the entire game that you unlock for a mask after you've already gotten the mask. Although, I guess you haven't exactly gotten the mask yet, you've been turned into this against your will. This whole beginning of this game is so interesting in how carefully thought out it obviously is, but also how alienating it is going to be to, like, 75% of the people that were picking this game up. Like, they had to know that the beginning of this game was going to turn away the majority of the people that liked the original game. But they did it anyway, and they put a lot of thought into it. There's a lot of little details and game design thoughts that were obviously, like, kind of agonized over. These first 3 days are really interesting. Oh shit, I skipped that. I'm gonna accidentally skip text for a while until I realize how to not do that. Majora's Mask is legitimately, maybe, in my opinion, the best game ever made. It really might be. It's so good. Wait, that actually hit it? I did it, man. I shot your stupid balloon. Are you the one who just popped up? Look that up here. I think if I start the test now, I'm fucked. I think they only give me till like the next day, so I need to start it tomorrow. So I'll start it tomorrow. Oh yeah, this guy's about to mug somebody. That should happen at like midnight tonight. I wonder if I can actually stop that tonight. Oh, I'm not doing that. This part wasn't well thought out. You know, I guess if Majora's Mask is one of those old games I still know very little about, it probably wouldn't be too good to watch the entire playthrough. Yeah. I don't know, like... I mean, you know my stance on Let's Plays because I made a video on it, but... Or if you don't, I guess you don't have to watch that, but... My stance on Let's Plays is that, like... They're a transformative work of the original, so, like... You're not getting the same experience at all. It's really subjective whether or not watching a playthrough of something before playing it yourself dampens the experience. To some extent, the answer is obviously yes, but to what extent is that negligible? The extent of that effect? I don't know. I think it's complicated. I think I'm also just ridiculous right now. I'm gonna wait to see if this guy... I think if you talk to him, it messes it up. So... Oh wait, I think he only mugs the lady if this kid is not here. I'm not sure, we'll see. Where's the woman? I think she comes out. Yeah, but Quadrilateral Cowboy isn't really about the solutions, almost. It's a puzzle game, but it's mostly like an experience. I don't think the puzzles are meant to be particularly challenging, even though the end one made me feel like an idiot. Come back here. Wait, what? Wait, do I need to be... I don't think I can stop him as Deku Link. Yeah, I don't think I can stop him as Deku Link. Oh well. Yeah, that's it. That's a good way to put it. It's a very aesthetic focused experience. Yeah, and I do get what you're saying. Well, that didn't work. We could also potentially do this. I think this is like a mini game. But I think it also costs money to play. Oh, they're setting up for it. Yeah, you can't play this game at night. Are you a college student? My classes I don't think start for my school until the 14th. You could just pretend you're me. That might work out for you. I think I can only make this jump as Link. Oh, I don't know. Nope. you're not supposed to enjoy playing as Deku Link in the beginning. Which is interesting because they force you to keep playing as Deku Link for a long time before they give you any other masks after you turn back into regular Link. You almost have to learn to think about Deku Link differently. Like, you have to, like, Deku Link is, like, accepting a curse and then, like, using it. I don't know. Almost reminds me of, like, Celeste. And, like, you coming to terms with this thing about part of yourself you don't like. I wonder if that was intentional. Like, I think it probably was. Otherwise, they gave you another mask pretty quickly. You're definitely not supposed to enjoy playing as Deku Link. At least at this point. Wait, didn't I already do this? How'd you get the other balloon up there? This guy's crazy. Just like that shot. Did you see that shot? Trick shot. Yeah, so if I did that at night, I would have like 3 minutes. And I definitely do not remember where these guys are. And they, even once you find them, they're assholes. They run away. This mini-game has ruined people's perception of this game. Like, some people, not everybody. Come here, you. Wait, what? Where'd he go? Wait, there you are. Come back here. Trying to fucking abuse the bad camera in this game? How dare you? It's funny because I've been studying nonstop all of Christmas. Like, classes make no difference to me anymore, like, whether they're going or not going. Majora's Mask 3D, it's hard to say. In my opinion, Majora's Mask 3D it was a remake that was directed by the director of this game, like the original, which is rare, I think. Well, actually, Still Viper, I'm not using an N64 controller right now. In fact, I actually bought an N64 controller, like, to play this game, and I just tried using it, and I realized that the N64 controller is absolute trash, so I'm using the Xbox One controller to play this right now. Oh, shit. And it works just fine, I think. You can use any controller. But the Majora's Mask remake does a lot of things wrong. It doesn't understand what made the original good. And the graphics, I think, detract. In some ways distract from the game. Like the moon, for example. A lot of people have talked about this already, but if you look at the moon, this is not just anger. This is every negative emotion at once. And if you look at the moon from the 3DS version, it's just anger. There's a lot of little things like that. It also dumbs down the game in a lot of really silly ways. And then makes the game absurdly harder in other ways. And especially the water temple, which is maybe the only good water temple in a Zelda game, got, like, destroyed, essentially, by two, like, unbelievably stupid changes. And I won't spoil what those are, but you can look it up. I recommend strongly playing the N64 version. I'm playing it on an emulator right now. It's easy to find. There's a guy that made a video, like, explaining all these differences that you shouldn't watch if you actually haven't played these games. But that same guy is the guy that's making the texture packs that I'm using right now. He was so angered by that game that he, like, decided to redo the original game in HD himself just to, like, do it correctly. What a cool guy. Oh wait, that's not him, that's a mailman. Being Deku Link in the first 3 days here also makes you feel like an alien. It makes you feel foreign. It makes you feel like you're not supposed to talk to anybody. Because you're not like them. The game starts you off like in a town where you are not like the other people. Like, why? Why'd they do that? Like, the people that made this game were going through like some really difficult shit. I know that the director was almost in like a terrorist attack, I think, like right next to one, like while he was on his honeymoon or something. I would have that wrong, but he went through something that was violent in real life before making this. Ah, this guy. Hey, what's up, dude? So the theme of this town is denial, by the way. If you notice, like, if you look up, you see that there's a problem, but everybody down here is just attempting... They all mention the moon when you talk to them, but they just attempt to go on with their daily lives anyway. Tattle, I know what you're gonna tell me, and I don't give a fuck. So how do you get over there? Oh yeah, you do this. How do you actually get up there? Didn't I go through... Well, yeah, because that's all I'm talking about. This game is its atmosphere. And where is the top of this room? I'm confused. I know you can come out at the top. I see a door up there. Wait, is that this? Ah, there it is. I did not remember it being there. Come here, you. Hey, this is some racism. What's interesting is that the code is randomized when you start a new game, but not when you restart time. So a player can't cheat and like skip that segment, but once they've done it once, they can pretend they're a time traveler and just know the code and not have to do that anymore. There's lots of little things like that. The time travel in this game sort of makes Clocktown into a dungeon in its own right, where like you're interacting with the town and learning how to manipulate the town by just observing people's schedules and just kind of manipulating things. It's like a dungeon that you do throughout the game, like amidst the other dungeons. It's really, really nice. Clocktowns are awesome. Clocktown's really well done. It's like, this is the only game that makes you feel like a time traveler that I've ever played. Like, really feel like you're fucking with things and, like, messing around and tweaking and, I don't know, doing time travel-y things. What? You don't know about the Sculptula? See, like, why did I even bother? Why did I even bother asking you? You're gonna be a dick about it. What? So if you notice, like, Deku, like, basically, he's got this, which, let's be real, focuses, like, basically functions the same way that the boomerang would. He's also got, like, that skipping thing on water, which is kind of similar in, like, puzzle-solving function to the hover boots. He's also got this spin thing, which isn't really useful, but does speed you up and does make him pretty fast. And he's also got, the Deku... He's also got these, what do you call it? Deku nuts, which I think you can... No, I think you can use those as regular Link. And he's got the flower move. So he's basically... I think even in the conservative way to look at it, he's got 3 tools from the original game built into himself, and he can still use other tools. And you'll see the other masks consolidate tools as well. This Scarecrow tells some of the most valuable things in the whole game. Probably the most important thing in the whole game, which is he should totally be a Scarecrow, because everyone's gonna go walk up to a Scarecrow and try talking to it, right? Yeah, this is... No, don't do that. But this guy can accelerate time if you want him to. I wonder how many people said yes by accident just clicking through the text. Yeah, this thing. I know of a mysterious song that allows you to manipulate the flow of time. You want to learn it, yeah. So if you say yes, you don't have the ocarina yet, but the game never actually tells you how to do this, I don't think. If you play this, I mean, without you approaching this Scarecrow and asking him for help. So if you play that strange song backwards, you slow the flow of time, and if you play each note twice, then you move half a day forward through time. Yeah, so what he's telling me is that the Song of Time, which by default restarts the cycle and goes back to day 1. God, so this music, yeah. Oh, I think the texture was redone here too. This is a little bit ridiculous. But this room is pretty cool. This room was always cool. Yeah, those kids are racist, dude. That was supposed to be the other one. Sure. So, should I skip to the third day? I think I'm gonna let the next day start, and then I'll come back down here. Nah, that's stupid. I just love the, like... Nah, I'm gonna run around town. I'm just gonna observe things. I'm gonna let time pass naturally. Because at this point, I think we're solid. There's just one thing I need to make sure of. Uh-oh, I blew it. Oh man, cool. Hey, Gio. Nice to see you again. So I think now... Hey, fuck off, dude. I think now... Yeah. Whoops. Oh, fucking hell. I don't have my control set right. Oh, cool. Have you played it? Are you enjoying it? It's a good game. She hasn't said that. The game lures you up here with a heart piece. The one thing it doesn't do right is that it doesn't tell you. Yeah, the door to the clock tower opens only once a year at midnight on the eve of the carnival. I think a normal player will still panic, despite what they're told here. Like it is implied. The game has implied that I need to wait until like the end, but I don't think that they've made it clear that the player has done enough to be ready for that eve yet. But I have. At this point, I've done all I can. And we can just wait. As to this music, it's so looming. Right, we got the treasure chest up. We'll do that later. The water temple in this one is a fucking monster, but it's so cool. I get confused in the water temple every single time, but I love it. That temple is... I mean, yeah, I think that might be my favorite dungeon in all of Zelda. The Stone Tower Temple is also really cool. The three dungeons of this game, past the first one, are like by far the best dungeons in a Zelda game, I think. They're at the very least, you have to admit, they're at least peak complication. Like, that game's cool. Where's the mayor's office? I'd like to go there. There's a few things we can do at this time. I'd like to find the mayor. I think the mayor's office is over. This is the post office, I believe. Yeah, Stone Tower Temple is insane. Like, the whole idea is insane. I don't want to spoil it, but... So of course there's a lottery shop, so you can play the lottery. In Duck Game? Yeah, I think that there definitely are. I haven't given that game as much of a chance as I probably should. I probably never will, though. Don't ask me. That's the target area. I'm looking for the mayor's house. No, wait, it's up here. It's up here. I believe this is it. Yeah. It really is. Even this track. It's just the one that plays in the mayor's office. That's literally all it is. My cat is desperate for my attention, and I will give you attention soon. I just want to finish this first cycle. That's probably all I'm gonna do tonight. Oh yeah, Cafe is the mayor's son. Yeah. It might be early, but I finished my wedding mask on Revenge. Micro mages? I'll look into it. That looks fun. I mean, yeah, I'll check it out. I'm always down to find new Kickstarter things. I think you can see it get closer. Yeah, I can see it get closer. It's definitely getting bigger. Holy shit, that's creepy. It's so creepy. They made this so creepy. This is one of the creepiest things ever put into it. Look, it's getting bigger. You can watch it get bigger. Oh my god. I think it rumbles every, like, minute. Like, it's more than just being in a town that where you're not like anyone else, though. Like, you're in a town in a game that is definitely designed for a character that isn't you. It's so clear. That's what makes this so surreal, is that you're playing as Deku Link in a game designed for real Link. I'm just realizing that now. This is emulated. I don't think this game would run this fast on an N64. Also, if you look at this, like, a lot of the textures are redone in HD. There's a guy that's redoing the whole game in HD textures. He's doing a really good job of it. So I have this game patched as well, with like a graphics patch. Yeah, they made sure that this exact location, when you look up, it's looking right down at you. Oh no, it's still the old shitty graphics. I agree with you. The weird graphics are part of what makes this game so creepy and surreal. And the guy that's redoing the textures understands that. He's just, like, you can see it. Just look at the interface. And look at this clock. I think this clock actually is like the best indicator of like why this is a good idea. Look how pretty this clock is. And then go look at it on the actual game. And you'll see what I mean. It's a really well done little not noticeable tweak. If you also check, like, all of these patterns on the walls, these reds and greens, like these things, these are in HD, and they're really, really grainy in the original game. The reason that you're not noticing it is because you're used to HD games. You'd only notice that these things are grainy, not that they're not grainy. So it just improves the game. in every way. Like, in the cases where it was ambiguous, the guy even mentioned that, like, he fucking, he, like, went into the promotional art to make sure that, like, he wasn't taking any artistic liberties himself. He was saying, like, this guy, like, went deep into, like, the concept art and stuff of the game just to make sure that he was doing it right. He was really careful to be true to the original. And when I say the original, I mean the original, not the 3DS remake. Yeah, like just this platform I'm on right now. Like, yeah, it's to remind you that you got the heart piece, so that the players that are trying to, like, make sure that they got everything. Alright, everyone's gonna hate me for this, but I have to do something really fast. This was a bad idea, so... Okay. Hello, Sebastian Castillo from Chile. Alright, never mind. I think Link is dead. I think that that's the only game theory that was ever right. This music, that track that you're hearing is basically like you clinging to like the last bits of like your aliveness. I think it's not. an unwillingness to let go of the past kind of thing. I think that's why this song resets time, like, kind of thematically. I love that the ocarina changes into a different instrument for every character, though. That's amazing. I forgot about that. Oh, I forgot to put my money in the bank! I like the Zora guitar. I don't know what you got against the Zora guitar. Although the horns are obviously the best. You didn't even give me a chance to say that I knew what the fuck I was doing, you... God, take tattle. The guitar's not electric, though. It's acoustic. I'm not sure why the electric is in quotes, but... He's amazing. I love how he, like, has rough cuts, like jump cuts between all of his animations, like he doesn't have any animations. Like that, like, oh my god, like where did that even come from? He's the only character that does that. It's so cool. To keep as a memento. That's what that's why you got it. Like, it tells you that. That's... Ugh. The next stream, I'm not sure. Probably tomorrow? But I'm about to quit too, so. See ya. Have a good night. Alright, I think that's gonna do it for the stream tonight, so, yeah, see you guys later. I don't like Bison. I don't like to, extend this out too long anymore. Peace out, everyone. Stop.